I haven't really done a lot of videos recently, and I've stopped doing the daily ones, but I do intend to return to doing daily videos, but I think I'm going to cut them shorter, instead of covering absolutely everything in one video and rushing through it, because I know people don't have, attention spans. Even I wouldn't watch a video that's 20, 25, 30 minutes long. So I understand that. But maybe you would watch one that's 1, 2, 3 minutes long per sector. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to change something to make it better, of course. But in this video, I'm going to cover the markets. So I haven't covered the markets in several trading days. Obviously, I thought we're going to go lower. We have not gone as low as I thought we would by now. I thought we'd have, and looking at the Nasdaq here, left shoulder, big head, and I said we'd have a right shoulder. The right shoulder went a little higher than I thought. I did think we'd have a little bit of a bounce, which is normal. Did it go a little higher? Maybe, but look, now we're coming back down again. In the end, it's going to happen. We're going to flush this neckline. We're going to close below it. We don't need a precise number, 350 really would do it. Imagine a close below 350. I mean, obviously you've cleared all the lows there. This is, you know, for me, it's absolutely guaranteed. So will it happen tomorrow? No, but we'll probably get to 355 or something. I just see no good news on the horizon. Look at yields. I've said yields for months. Yields are the most important thing, and now it's just obvious. I'll cover yields in the video, but as yields go up, markets go down. Very simple. You may have some days where the yields go up, the markets go up, but zoom out, overall, yields up, markets down. We've got geopolitical tensions, right? The Houthi, the Yemenis rebels, the Shiite rebels firing some missiles at the destroyer, which knocked it down. By the way, there could easily be a hit. Look at these naval drones and the Iranian proxies all over the place. Easily, you could have a destroyer that's hit, an American destroyer that's hit, or worse. You could have for example, they also started to rocket and shell some of the American bases in Syria, I believe, or even Iraq. It's just like geopolitical tensions are horrible, and we all forgot about the Ukraine war. By the way, Russia's won that. So the balance of power is completely changing geopolitically. The empire is declining fast. Debt is increasing. I think you guys know all that stuff. Anyway, the stock market is just slowly going to catch up with reality, and I think we're going to close lower. I don't know, Friday, yeah, probably more downside, honestly. And if tomorrow there's some sort of a sideways move, which I doubt, by the way, because look at this lower day close. Next week is continuation. Look at the S&P. Absolutely the same thing, even less of a bounce. Look, that bounce just took us back to the prior support, basically, just a little higher. And down we go. By the way, this is sending irrelevant. Irrelevant, which is basically going to go down, test this little zone here, right? That's your little resistance and your support. We're going to close below it, 420, close below 420. Is it going to happen tomorrow? Maybe not. Monday, yeah. And then down we go. But the S&P and the Nasdaq, we know they're just made up the magnificent 7, 8, 9, 10. In reality, it's probably 10 or something. But once we start to look at, okay, I'm just going to rush through the Dow Jones. You can see the Dow Jones didn't rise as much as the others. They're all following the same pattern. And Dow Jones, same thing. Look, it's got its own local support that it's going to go test and breach probably next week. But look at the Russell. I just wanted to rush through it because look at the Russell. I always said the Russell's the one to hit the bear market lows soon. Look at this close. It's the worst close in absolutely months. Tomorrow, yeah, you could close below here. Next week, you could visit here. By the close of next week or the week after, you could be in new bear market low territory on the Russell. And by the way, what about the banks? They follow the Russell. Okay, they're not, they're outperforming on the way down, let's say. But look at this horrible day. And we know the balance sheets of some of these banks. We've, Bank of America, the Schwab, I almost said Klaus Schwab, the Charles Schwab, same thing. All these banks, the big banks, going down. The regional banks, of course, another one's going to go bankrupt. Interest rates, even if they were lower, they're still too high. So the higher, the longer they stay up here, let alone going to new highs, just the more fragile. It's all coming undone. So look, close at low of day XLF. Where are we going tomorrow? Probably down here. We probably don't close below because it's a Friday. They'll pump it somehow. I don't think we have any crazy news. We have a few Fed speak. I think it's just one or two Fed speakers. Biden's going to address where he just announces 100 billion for Ukraine and Israel, the usual stuff. Money we don't have, borrowed from China. Unbelievable. But you know what happens next week? The banks go lower. Look at the KBE. Look at this. You've got really one, same as the XLF, one more line of support, a little pit stop here on the way down, and then it's absolute bear market lows. The Russell will make the bear market lows before the banks. That I didn't expect. But that's even worse because the banks are going to make new bear market lows. And if they do, it means something's probably already collapsed. So as we start to crush down here, something's going to go wrong. And I think a big bank's going to go down, not some unknown Pac West or whatever. It's going to be some Charles Schwab bank. I don't know. But then what happens? They can't really print. They don't really have too much ammo to lower rates. It's really cornered stuff. So I end it there. I want to make a short video. I said the markets are going down. They look horrible, justifiably. I mean, geopolitically, monetarily, fiscally, socially, there's all the reasons for the stock market to go down. To be honest, the stock market's been going up despite all these problems, but now finally, with a bit of a lag, it's starting to catch up with reality. And I think the bulls have to admit there's no more case, really. So down we go. And I'll end that video here, and then I'll cover interest rates.